All right, everyone, how are you? Welcome to this week's episode of our podcast. It's called Is Breakfast Included? Thanks for stopping by. On the show this week, I get to talk with my good friend and fellow guitar tech, Eric Hillman. We both kind of compare careers. We started at the same time, how we got into it, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, and the good and bad of our gigs. It was a great conversation just to talk to somebody who I really have a lot in common with and whose career, so to speak, kind of parallels mine. And that's basically what we did. We just kind of compared gigs and we talked about the good, the bad of it, and what we love about it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Let's check it out. Tell everyone who you are.
Hey, I'm Eric, guitar tech, uh, guitar dude. Um, this year in 2025, bunch of bands, Corn, System of a Down, some Weezer in there, some Gwen in there, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, been a pretty busy year, pretty good year.
Pretty
And
busy year for you, man.
yeah, pretty busy year. I've been doing it for a long time. Came up with 311 for many, many years and, worked around Sublime, a bunch of bands and just, enjoy messing with guitars, just like many of us do. And just that's it. Yeah,
Right on,
easy.
man. Right on. Where are you from originally?
I'm from California, Central California, kind of a
Right.
Midland area. Kind of if I say Hanford 198, if anyone knows it. But yeah, born there. It's hot, and then moved around all around California, Pismo, L.A., Hollywood for a long time, and spent a lot of time up at Universal. Had a gig playing up there for a while in my 20s, and yeah, and then started touring more and more, and yeah, got out of LA eventually, and here now.
Right on. Where are you right now?
I'm in Hanford Visalia area. I bought a house
Okay.
up here, kind of where I'm from. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. And you're mainly known as a player. When did you start playing, man?
Uh, dude, I just been playing my whole life. I mean, like I don't know, 13. I guess that's not my whole life, but I mean, once you kind of hit that age where you can pick what you want, I had a guitar around, got one finally, maybe 13, and you know, got cut from the baseball team that year, or whatever it was that like jolted me that way, and just never put it down, dude. Just I love it,
Yeah.
still forever.
Who are you guys coming in, man? Who are your guys that got you started?
Um, man, my parents took me to arena shows young. I saw Van Halen, I saw the Scorpions. Man, it felt like every year, at least once a year, once a school year, it'd be like, all right, this is the night where we're gonna be out late. Come in tomorrow, hair still. We saw probably everybody, like just bands I remember, Boston, AC/DC, radio bands, and yeah, I come to school the next day just kind of zoned out, like, whoa, yeah, everyone here in school, like a normal day, it's a Wednesday, whatever the hell. But I just last night was at the Serena late, and dude, to see that as a kid, especially reoccurring, it was like a real thing for me. I was like, oh, this is a real thing that happens all the time. Like some people don't know about it. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
your
weird that
parents were music fans. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it was like mid '80s, dude. So just arena concerts were just constantly going around. They would go up to Fresno and go to maybe Selling Arena back then, or I think there was another one, but that was the big arena. And yeah, for sure, it felt like the Scorpions were there every year. So
Yeah.
I'd just be like, oh, I remember these dudes. Yeah, they're gonna fucking say California, and we're gonna scream, and the dude's gonna play guitar. Yeah, it was sick. It was good times.
So those are the bands that you started listening to and and playing, so to speak.
Well, no, I wouldn't say I started playing because when I started playing, it was like '90s. So it was like your first riffs would have been like, I mean, mine was maybe like trying to do Zeppelin riffs just by luck. But like, Green Day or Nirvana was like super popular. Like, oh, sick. You learned 10 Years Gone by Led Zeppelin. No one cares. Can you do, Come As You Are? Or can you do When I Come Around by Green Day? So that was a big influence of that sound of, you know, man, I remember that When I Come Around riff had like such a mean Marshall tone on it too. And just that being a part of learning guitar and going, yeah, but man, how does it sound so mean when I play it with my clean sound? It sounds
Yeah.
jangly, like, so yeah, it was a fun time of, I think when you start, like, I don't know, there's so many shards of pieces come from everywhere. It's like hard to pick one or two different things. But maybe later though, as I like maybe played more, I was like, oh hey, yeah, these bands I used to go see when I was younger. Let me repick those guys up and
Yeah.
listen and then go, whoa, holy shit, I was exposed to this shit really young. And it made me want to learn those kind of riffs and those guys eventually. But probably first it was like Zeppelin and then like bands that were coming out at the time, learning like just 90s bands, such great
Yeah.
rock riffs, you know?
It's funny you said that that when I come around that riff, because that was a
It was
pretty mean
mean,
tone. And I wasn't a
total
big
mean.
fan of that whole what they
Right,
call power punk, pop punk stuff. But later on, as I got, later on now,
right.
like Billy Joe
Music.
Armstrong's a hell of a guitar player.
Oh, he
Like
sounds sick.
he
And
knows his shit. But that you hear that Marshall tone on that,
dude, and somebody's like awesome Les Paul's just sitting in the studio, like, here, play this one. It was same, dude. Like then I didn't know what I was hearing, but like now I go back and hear stuff like that and constantly and go, oh, it just blows your mind. Yeah, still, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Even yeah,
I listened to some of those old Offspring riffs too. Like they're killer riffs. Killer riffs,
dude. Yep.
you know.
Yeah, and
Uh
then and sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean
I
to.
was gonna say during a killer time in the studio where there's just all this awesome gear around that people, even just a brand new Strat from the '90s or Les Paul from the '80s or whatever, but let alone having vintage stuff around then even and amps and boards and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really cool time to
It
capture
it
awesome
wasn't
sounds.
all IRLs and stuff in the studio.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a good time of real air recording or whatever.
Yeah. And coming up, were you in bands? Did you play in a lot of bands?
I didn't play in a ton of bands, but I definitely played constantly and would show up just playing guitar in places a lot. But then in my 20s, I got picked up in a band, like a revolving show over at Universal City. And so I played there a lot, man, like 5 nights a week, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. every night, random requests and covers, and just like with keyboard dudes like from Disney and Universal who are just like to me top notch keyboard players, and
Yeah.
two hands, two keyboards at the same time, and um, that probably had more than any other gig, like got my chops up and got me to learn like a million songs with those dudes, and just uh, they're super funny and witty, and you know dudes that write for TV and write for shit every night. They're constantly putting out content, so they kind of go there and hammer out ideas too, and just I don't know, it's pretty fun,
Did it make you
pretty cool.
step your game up?
Oh, 100%. And then it made me want to learn keyboard because I kind of learned watching people's like left hand going for bass notes because there'd be songs a million times I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Or we would sit out in the back hallway with it back when iPhones were first coming out and listen or get tabs. And, yeah, it was kind of weird thinking back about it, but yeah, that was cool. Yeah, chop sharpener, the keys,
Yeah. Yeah.
and E flats and weird keys that piano dudes love playing in, and you're like, man, it sucks on guitar or whatever. How come, what happened to E and D and C?
Right.
you know, and so, but yeah, a lot of Queen, a lot of Elton Johns and weird things you wouldn't normally learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, rounds you out.
Yeah. And how did you get into the tech world of it, the tech side of it?
Dude, my buddies, um, in the band 311, they needed a guy basically overnight. And, they called, a buddy of mine called and said, hey, what do you got going on this weekend? I'm like, oh, I'm playing next 3 days. Same as always. And he said, well, these guys would like you to go pretty much tomorrow. And he had a production manager call me, and his energy was awesome. And it's just a great band, great dudes. And like at the time, still, I didn't know him as well as I do now. Like it was an honor to even get that call and be like, I remember even saying, like, I can't do that. I don't know what any of your gear is. I've been in your studio. I've seen all that shit. I don't know. No, it's not all that. It's a lot of studio stuff. This is pretty, and amps and pedals, and we've seen you play, and how to set up your own guitar. I used to go set up my guitar at their studio, which is like a mile from Universal. It's like on weekends, maybe once a week, I'd do my own setup on my own guitar, kind of chill there, hang out, watch the vibe, and then go into work there, a couple hours early with a freshly strung guitar that I just set up. And I remember them seeing me do the Floyd Rose, or my buddy seeing me do Floyd Rose all the time. Like, that's complicated, dude. Like, if you can do that, you can do these Les Pauls. So whatever.
Yeah.
So that was it, man. Just jumped on, and then from there, you find out they lied about everything. Like, there's no way you know what everything is. You don't know what loadout is, what load in is. You don't know who these guys are, what departments what. people yelling at you from different apartments. Like, you know, it was learning. You know how like I think anyone's first tour is just you just get thrown to the wolves, man. But it depends on who the wolves are around you that either make you stronger or they eat you up and send you home. You know, I had
Yeah,
some good dudes, solid dudes around me that I still always hear in my head when I'm touring. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do that. So so would light me up. You know, even though I haven't toured with that dude in 15 years, he'd light me up right now. So let me fix this
exactly
thing.
right.
So yeah, man, those guys, I owe all my touring jumps to those guys for sure for just calling me up.
And so they were already established by then. They were already 311. I remember when that first album came out,
Yeah.
music, and I
Oh,
thought,
dude.
man, this is. I'm at the time I dug it, but I thought this will never take off.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because
That
I was
happens, dude.
working at a music store, a CD
Oh,
place,
uh-huh.
and we got it as a promo, and I thought,
Oh,
man, this
shit.
is really cool, but it'll never take off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, you got it early too. That's great. That's a great record. Even to this day, I could listen to it cover to cover and go, man,
Yeah,
that's incredible. Um, yeah, they're a great band. They're catalog through and through for sure. And I came on years after music, but a lot of fun, man. A lot of great sounds from all the guys in the band. But yeah, some just a lot of thought into their stuff, and they're all good.
yeah. You still tight with them?
Yeah, I love those dudes, man. I obviously don't talk as much as when we toured all the time, but they're brothers for life.
Right on. And how long did you tour with them?
Um, 07 to maybe 22. So man, 15 years, 15
Wow.
years, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, long
So
time, man.
you started in '07.
Oh seven, yeah.
Yeah. And they were already established on a
Oh
bus.
yeah.
So you and
Oh
I
yeah.
have that in common. I started with a headliner already on a bus.
Straight to the bus. Yeah, I don't know if I
Oh
could have done.
seven, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have done the van crawl thing. Maybe I could have with the right band. Probably. I've
Yeah.
done it with some bands. It's been fun as hell, but
Yeah.
not very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were well established, man. They were already headlining amphitheaters that summer. Literally, like I said, it was overnight. One night I'm playing in my
Yeah.
Universal Club gig, and the next night I'm like loading into some theater 400 miles away going, wait, what? What's downstage? What's upstage? Yeah, dude, just absolutely just getting thrashed. I'm so glad I made it now, now
Yeah.
it's fun. But I remember it being not so much fun those first couple days. You're just stressing.
Yeah. I
So,
always got those backwards, downstage, upstage. I always
oh, dude.
in the beginning, and I remember the monitor engineer asking me if I had my own set of ears. And
Oh, yeah.
I thought he meant my ears.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty good. I can hear
Uh
pretty good.
and he yeah, yeah, man, coming in like you kind of think you know your gear, which you do. You know your gear, but
Right. Yeah.
but
Or what things do. Oh, yeah, that's an amp head. That's a pedal. That's a
yeah,
whatever. But yeah, everyone's stuff, now it's like so different. And
yeah,
yeah, man, it's yeah, what a trip. There's things that like on some gigs where it's like sacred, like, no, we never do this. This never goes there. This never goes. You never plug this in before that, whatever. And then yeah, you go to a different gig and it's like opposite. No, no,
yeah,
no, that's wrong. We did it this way. So whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, no, man. Fun.
What
Yeah.
what was your biggest misconception coming in, like that you thought happened on tour that was completely
That blew my mind.
yeah,
Oh man. Um, it's hard to think about like going back there now. Um, a lot of things blew my mind at first in general. I remember it wasn't until like the third or fourth show loadout, like, mid loadout, you're kind of starting to get the grill of it. You're like, okay, yeah, this goes there. I remember these go down and these boxes go. And meanwhile, everyone that's been there before you is like, hey, I'm talking about T1, man, T1. And you got your elbow on a case, like, yeah, okay, where's T1? It's like, your fucking elbow's on T1, dude. Uh, uh, just somewhere in the middle of that third or fourth loadout going, just, like the Saving Private Ryan moment where everything slowed down. And I was like, whoa, we do this like every night. And then tomorrow we're going to do it again in reverse. And then that night we'll do it again. Whoa. Like just like the pace of it, I think finally just hit me Not the first night. First night, you're too
Yeah.
nervous. Oh, did I pack everything or oh, whatever? And yeah, I remember just that kind of going, wow, like, is this, there's like 42 shows on this tour. I look at the back of my laminate, got blurry for a second. I was like, whoa, wait, we're in Cleveland and we got to go to LA. Oh, shit. Um, and then wondering, if I was going to make it like that, and then,
Yeah.
then, then seeing the pallets of Red Bull on the back of the trucks going, oh, that's what that's for. Oh, that's why these guys are grumpy. And that's why they came in yelling at me the first 3 days because they've been doing this shit for years and they know what's coming on the back of this laminate and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean that that was a good one. I guess the first thing that I was like, whoa, this is gonna be some work for sure. Even just
Yeah.
getting
And
that
how long
truck
did
that
it
truck.
take you to acclimate to like finally put it all together? Like, because I've watched you work, and now like everything's second nature with us,
Thanks.
you know.
Thanks, man. Because before you said that, I would have been like, I still don't have it down.
But we
I'm
don't,
sure
right?
you're right. I'm sure if you go back to the dudes you started with, they'd be like, "Oh, you still do that backwards, huh?" But man, I don't know. I, I always felt like I always could use a little improvement. I was always working with dudes that were so good at what they did, and then working with those vendors, whether it be Claire or Eighth Day, those guys too. Let's say, um, sending different guys in every tour. So even though I do 311 for 15 years. I'm working with 15 years worth of different dudes
Yeah.
every cycle, right?
Yeah.
And they're all so smart. Unless they're listening, then they're not that smart. But but you know what I mean? Like you just meet like dudes that like teach you things from their whatever.
Yeah.
I learned
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
sound world or that's why that goes there. That's why you guys do that. Okay, cool. Stuff I wouldn't learn necessarily hanging out in the guitar shop, right? Um, I don't know, man. That's always something that's cool. And
Yeah.
you meet good
I
buddies.
I was completely ignorant about the audio side.
Right.
I was fortunate, like you said, to have a couple of audio guys, and this was a smaller headlining tour that I started on. But like you
Hmm.
said, we've been doing it same amount of time.
Hmm.
Uh, and you've gotten all these audio guys. Sometimes you get the grumpy, jaded ones, but
Yeah.
and I've never hidden my feeling now,
Right.
that we've been doing it this, I don't hide my feelings to any of them, but
Right.
when you get a good audio team, man, that's the
Awesome.
best.
Yeah,
When
it's the
you can,
best, man.
when you can pick their brain and they come over and show you something you didn't know about your wireless system, you're like, where have you
Oh,
been all
dude.
my life? You know?
Yep. 100%, dude. Yeah. And that's, yeah, it's just it. Like, okay, when I first started, that was one thing that I was terrified of was like, okay, yeah, amps got it, pedals got it, wireless. Ooh, don't got it. Like at
Oh
first, you
yeah,
jumping into a pro level, knowing what frequencies are and oh, we want you to stay within this band range. Can you do it? And you're like, I don't know. I don't know I don't know. Can I do
yeah,
it? Can this thing do it? I don't know. Like just having no answer at all versus and then now obviously we probably know our Shure units and really well, but like if you think about it, like yeah, every audio engineer comes in and knows about those through and through.
yeah,
Like they can come over at any moment and be like, oh yeah, no, dumbass, here, look, you got this on the wrong band, or hey, hey, look, it goes here.
exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, just that kind of stuff is yeah, unseen shard of what happens, going out there for even with the same band. But I think too, once I left 311 and jumped, and I didn't do it on purpose, to like jump from band to band and just kind of started working out to where availability wise, I had more flexibility to like just
Yeah,
join up with these other bands. And then seeing how different people do it too, complete different camp is like eye opening. You go, oh shit, these guys got a whole different way of doing this or that, or this is faster this way, and hey, maybe some things are faster the other way or whatever. But um, that kind of helps, you to go to a new gig and take the best of what you've seen from everyone, right? And go, okay, well, today I got to do this the fastest way, so I'm going to use the fastest way, which is this way, or
yeah,
which is
yeah,
maybe not always your favorite way. Or, I don't know,
yeah.
kind of things.
You know what
But
blew
yeah.
me away when I started was per diem.
Oh, dude,
When they hand me a wad of
yes.
cash, like here's your per diem for the week, and I had no clue what it was, and I was like, do I pay it back? Do I got to pay this back? Is this like an advance?
To this day, I'm still like, do I have to pay this back? Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a good one. That's one that, like, man, I kind of forget about it now because a lot of time it's they're doing a thing where it's on your check. It's not
Yeah,
cash anymore. I mean, a couple of them still do. Wink, wink, to the ones that do. But No, it's just that's amazing. Yeah, it's still pretty cool, you know.
Yeah,
But you do need it because think about how much money you end up blowing on on the convenience of touring, where they'd be like, sending out your laundry, sending out whatever, or whatever, be
day off
ordering in.
eating, yeah.
Totally, it's like not complaining. That's all a perks of the job, but also
Yeah.
it's money you wouldn't always have budgeted out of your float, whatever daily float. Like, yeah, let me drop $45 on this club sandwich here at the Ritz Carlton, where we're staying in the middle. It's like the only hotel around for 2 miles,
Yeah.
only club sandwich around for 8 miles. So yeah. But not complaining. It's cool.
No,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, per diem. So,
That's good to hear. I just talked to a friend of mine, Luke, who was one of the audio guys on our last tour.
uh
And like you said, they're not complaining, but it's just unexpected things. We just, when I ran into you, we were in the middle of a Europe tour of Europe,
hmm
and we would get 3 days off sometimes between shows, and the whole thing was like that. And it gets expensive. So the per diem really is uh very integral part of the touring. I just
yeah.
wish they would still do it cash.
And shout out to the free. I know you know about it. Shout out to the free breakfasts in Europe at the hotel,
Exactly.
saving us probably $40 every morning just like in
Yeah.
orange juice. That's how much I would have to pay for orange juice and coffee alone, I think, if it wasn't for free. So yeah,
That
it's
omelet
awesome.
station.
But dude, I haven't been to one in a long time. In Europe, they didn't have them. They have like the runny eggs kind of, but I'm into them.
Yeah.
I'm into them. But yeah, I missed to go to the omelet station. Shoot, I was the omelet station this morning inside the house. Come over, dude. I'll whip them out pretty quick.
Right on.
I've seen a lot of setups. I know I like mine.
Yeah. What was the next band after 311?
Dude, from there I started. We did a tour of Sublime, and they were great, cool dudes. We got along really well, and I was a big fan of them forever. And man, bass player is just amazing, dude, and we clicked a lot. Like I just saw music. One of those dudes, like he would just start jamming. He wouldn't care if I was a tech, if I was in the band. He'd just, here's me jamming, come along and jam with me, or be like, hey, can you jam this? And
Yeah.
cool dude, right off, just straight off the bat. Not that that always has to happen or whatever, but it just did happen. And then just started working for them on the side for years after that. Kind of kept them. I've kind of always kept my bands like I've never had to leave and go, fuck this place. I'm out of here, or not even nowhere near like that. Or it just kind of availability is kind of what always messes things up. But yeah, Sublime, Pepper, and I really maintained those 311 as well, for like years and pretty much a good chunk of those years, and it kept me busy as hell for the most part. And
Yeah.
when 2020 things started getting rocky, work stopped, I mean, it
Yeah.
was kind of after that I kind of got a couple offers and was like, man, maybe I should take one of these dense offers,
Yeah.
of like artists going to do a lot this year or whatever it be. Um, yeah, but yeah, those first three were the core of my
Yeah.
learning and stuff like that. So
And you would play with Sublime as well, right?
I'd get up on one tune, a
Yeah.
night, but it was enough, man. It was cool, honor. And then same with Pepper as well. They'd always end up throwing me the bass and throwing me the guitar and do a couple songs with them. And so yeah, it was kind of a treat. It was like, because dude, like when you make the jump to Tekken, it's like you're there to do that gig, whatever it is. Production
Yeah.
manager, you're not guitar technique, you're not production manager, whatever. So you're not really playing. You might be playing to feel something's messed up, but you're not really playing. So it was
Yeah.
kind of neat to bleed into that and feel cool for not that you don't feel cool, but just to get that. It was neat, for a while to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, it's yeah, for a little bit you're doing that, a little bit of the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, I'm sure you've run into this too. We go to a different town every day and you meet the local guys, and there's always one guy that's like, "Hey man, how do I get into this?" Or you have a friend that's asking you how. The first thing
100%.
I always say is like, do you play? Do you play in a band? Because once you're a tech, you're only viewed as a tech.
100%,
You
dude.
can't come out here and start shopping your band. You can't come out here and
Not at all.
rip during sound check. I remember
Right.
doing a show I'll say the band Leonard Skinner. We were playing with Leonard Skinner at this place this festival in Sao Paulo. Duran Duran and Leonard Skinner.
Uh-huh.
And
Sick.
they had a new drum tech, and the guy was just up there like, you know,
Ah,
and he kept telling us, yeah, I'm really a drummer, but I'm just helping these guys out. And I remember
of
thinking,
course.
so I always tell them like, you know, that first and foremost, you won't be known as anything but a tech. I mean,
Right.
you'll know yourself as a musician, that's fine, but when you're on the
100%.
gig, you're the tech, man. You're not going
100%.
to take the guitar player's gig or the bass player's gig. And
Mm.
it's very rare that that happens, that you get to fill in for
Right.
one of them. And it happens, but it's very
Yeah, yeah.
rare, you know.
Right.
Do you give them that same advice, or
As far as for dudes trying to get in the band or get into
yeah, get
teching,
into teching? Do you let them know like,
no. I mean, that's not maybe the first thing I would go for if I wanted to go for the throat. I'd be like, beware, you're loading that truck every day. No, that really happens every day. No, not that. Uh, but I will say, yeah, there's some dudes that like the yeah, if you had a nickel every time, it was like, well, I'm really a drummer. Oh, I'm really a guitarist. It's like,
yeah,
no, no, really, that's sick. You have one at home? No way. That's so sick. You know what I mean? But that's great advice. Just like, hey, look at, this is a section of this gig will intersect with a section of what you want to maybe end up doing.
yeah,
Like what we call it, the Venn diagram, right? There's going to be
yeah,
some spots in the middle where it's going to intersect for sure.
yeah,
But then there's definitely spots where a big portion where it doesn't. So it doesn't matter how you like your strap or how you like your sound, unless you're being asked. Well, you're right. If you're being asked on anything, I like my strap like this, sure. But
yeah,
for the most part, yeah, you probably, yeah, it'd be best to just kind of offer information when only when asked,
yeah,
because in reality, it's like there's such blurry lines with what we do anyway, right?
yeah,
On some
yeah,
on some gigs, you're touching the amp knob. With some gigs, you're like stay away from the amp knobs, you
yeah,
know. So it kind of depends on that. But yeah, dude, absolutely, I would recommend anyone. Yeah, hey man, line checking is like this,
yeah,
uh, and don't give them that. And dude, even there's still times where I have to like get a little involved and learn a piece of a riff just for line check. Like even though it's
yeah.
something I wouldn't normally play, I'm like, I can't even really do it, but I want to like give them a line check that sounds like
What they're gonna hear.
hear, right? Whereas
Yeah,
if I can't just come play some other band's riff, and yeah, I get that's what it sounds like when you play it, but when he plays it, he plays it like this on this pickup, this song.
yeah,
And but you don't have to go that deep either, man, honestly. But you're right. It would be good advice to be like, hey, yeah, this is a split apart this and this,
yeah,
and create something in
yeah.
the middle, and that's what you're doing.
And that's what I tell them. I'm just, yeah, I'm not trying to be. I don't think I'm jaded by any means. Like I will, if I see a local hand over there looking at the bases, the first thing I say is, "You want to check one out?"
Yeah, here you want to take hey, yeah, exactly.
Take
Yeah,
a
that's
picture.
actually
Yeah. But
that's a
when
great
you've
one,
been with a band long enough, like you were with 311, then that I always say that gear becomes your gear.
dude.
Like I've been with
One
my
thousand.
guy for a long time, and I always say like, well, this is how I like it, and I know he's gonna like it like that.
Right? Yeah, you're right, dude.
You learn to know them.
100%, dude. It's funny you say that, but yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
1,000%. I can never forget just certain things, especially that gig being the first gig and the longest gig. Like I still to this day, especially if it's a Warwick or something, but if I pick up a five string, I'm like, oh, I always compare it to the master bass, right? Like the
yeah,
first whatever Peanut signature model, 2008. We had it for like 15 years, but anyway, like just how that would be set up, how that would feel, even to me, because I didn't really play bass that much before that. So if I
yeah,
pick it up, I'm like, oh shit, this is wrong.
yeah,
Just wrong, straight up wrong. Like I don't know, just but yeah, you kind of grow out of that too. And obviously every guitar is different, but yeah, yeah, man, that's definitely a thing. Holy shit. Wow, I
What's
never
one?
thought about it
What's
like
one?
that.
What's one thing you never leave home with when you're on your way to a gig?
Or don't leave home without.
Yeah, tool or personal wise.
Um, Nowadays, it's the little mini Peterson clip-on tuner. I hate to no product pitch here,
No.
but 100%. I always have one in my bag buried, and then I have one in my bag visible. So I'm like, I always go for the visible one first. Like, I'm gonna eat this candy bar, right? And then
Yeah.
like I'll leave that somewhere. And so when I'm really in a jam, I'm like, oh shit, where's the one I bury? And then that's the one that always saves me. Um, but just because like random places or like I mean just anymore too, like without having to turn the pack off to unplug the tune, like that one, that's fine too. But the Peterson one works so damn good that like there's been many times and I try to like send them video, where I'll get video of it on the headstock and I'll get video, okay, here I'm in a football field with NGK. Like there's no work box around for miles,
Yeah.
not miles, but you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
it's up in the stand somewhere. Or like we did F1 one time, here's the tuner, there's nothing around. Um, Places like that where you're just nowhere near your gear and you're like maybe walking upstairs, walking behind the artist for 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes in between people, out of people, and they're about to go up. Like, how else would you tune without a great headstock tuner, And honestly, there's like trustable. Like, not that there's not a billion good ones out there, dude. I got Starks at home on my kid's ukulele,
Yeah.
but for being right there, that one, that's probably the piece that
Yeah.
at least I have that.
And I had no clue how versatile they were until you showed me all those little tricks you do with yours.
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately,
that's
you
great.
can't do it with a Mac, but
Oh, I know. That's right. And yeah, you're right. That's so funny. Yeah, I gotta get Google Chrome or something. But um, yeah, it just makes it handy to be. Well, yeah, actually, the gig you were at, those are my first couple of gigs with that artist, and I had to be out on the thrust. I had one song in between to do a guitar handoff, right? Walk all the way to the thrust with the next two guitars,
yeah.
and same man. Like that'll save you.
Yeah. And I'm obsessed with all kinds of tuners. Peterson, I have one in who doesn't have a
Right, right,
Peterson with him.
right,
But when you were showing me what you do with them, I
right.
thought, yeah, I had no clue.
Oh, the custom sweetener thing. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that I honestly I've only been doing that for, I mean, not even a year, like I don't know, 8 months, 6 months. Corn thing was really what made me go, I'm doing it for sure now because I wanted to be able to look at the tuner and nose in 432. Okay, that's corn, you know, without ever the possibility of other things happening, whether it be not on corn and going, I'm on 432, oh shit. Or mainly what it's been, because I've been with corn recently, is like I always want to be in 432. So I wanted to
Yeah.
turn red, light up and go, hey. So yeah, it works great.
Right on, man. And what was that gig like working with Corn?
It was great, man. They blew me away. They're like, headlining these festivals, all the Europe festivals, just smashed it, man. Honestly, it was just an honor to be asked by them and
Yeah.
to join up with a couple friends that I've known on the crew, and I worked alongside with them doing System before with Corn, on the same show.
Yeah.
Uh, Honor, privilege, great guys. Crew's great. 100%. It was just great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went was cool. It was, Europe, man. And Europe's always just such a honor to travel in as well, let alone with a great man. And you come into town and you start seeing the shirts of the man you're with. And that's just an awesome feeling, man. You feel like part of
It
the
is,
part of
right?
the
Yeah.
part of the Venn diagram where it meets in the middle, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
you show up, you're like, okay, yeah, sick. Oh, you guys are here as equal. That's
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Um, it was awesome. And then, they did like the arena and memes, like Roman Arena. Um, eh, just even that, just to go there and do one gig like that, but just awesome festivals. But that's a specific one where you like standing there going, holy shit, this
It's
is like,
pretty cool, right?
it's so rad, dude. It's stuff like that. I hope I never get tired of. It's awesome.
I don't
Yeah,
I always look around and think of everything that happened there before we were here, and now we're
dude,
in here with this band, you know.
totally. Yeah, all that power and this would piss somebody off back in the day, big time. you know, some king or emperor would be really pissed that we're about to fucking, drop this kabuki right now. uh, but yeah, no, yeah, it's incredible, dude. That run was great. It just ended beginning of July.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, a week before I saw you, actually.
Yeah, we kind of
Um,
crossed paths right around that time.
yeah, man. It was awesome. 5 stars would do again. Incredible.
Yeah. So you were since you were with we're really I keep saying this similar in a lot of ways. You were with 311 for so long. I've been with
Uh-huh.
Duran. When you get a call from a new gig, do
Yep,
you kind of do you get to the point where you're like, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna do it. It's but at the same time you still feel kind of flattered that they called you and how did they get my number and you know.
dude. Yes. Like I can't even believe like because I would say it's I mean just I definitely did a lot of touring, you know, through 2022, but like during 2022, basically when I decided to take a break from 311, I guess for a little bit, and then jump on a Machine Gun Kelly tour. Uh, well, I guess a few months before that it started. I think a few months before that I got calls from Gwen, Camp, System of a Down, then Machine Gun Kelly. So just in that 3 months, it's like, whoa, this is pretty cool. Like three different complete but yeah, I would say even just starting then, even just dissecting that quick 3 months and going, whoa, can I do this band? Like, wow, that's a fast paced dancers on stage and all this, just every gig's so different,
Yeah.
So I think every time, yeah, all those things happen. Honored, flattered, would love to. Hold on, pump the brakes. Fuck, can I do this? Or hey, is this going to be hard? Or is this going to
Yeah.
be something I'm not capable of doing? And so far, everything's been great. And I think for the most part, most gigs are right. You just got to go in kind of ready for whatever is
Yeah. I
as
mean,
hard as that is.
the first thing that crosses my mind is like, I, yeah, I'm not the guy for it.
Right,
As you're telling them, yeah, I can do it. You're thinking to yourself, no, no, no. And then, like you say, you go in, you're like, wow, they asked me. And then you go to the gig and it's a gig. Like,
right.
you're like, oh, I can do this, and it's really all about how you do it,
100%. 100% agreed. And you're right about feeling like not the guy because, like, I don't know. I guess, and I don't think there's like a ton of people that do what we do, but like, I always feel like, and this would be even if it was like to replace like a band member too. I think most like a lot of people hired guns might ask themselves this kind of question too, but same as the tech, because you're kind of like a hired gun. It's a tech, right? So it's like, man, is there someone out there who is a more dedicated fan to this band? Because if they are, they would truly make the best tech
yeah,
because they're calling me cold, right? So I don't know where Reggie likes his pickup height. Where there's
yeah,
a dude out there who wants to be in the band so damn bad that they've got his signature guitar already. They know, right? Because you ever start taking for a band and someone asks you on show number one, you're setting up a pedal board down stage, and they're like, "Hey, is RJ still using the 0.77
yeah,
fix with the or just whatever they're asking?" And you're like, "Oh, dude, you better slow down. I don't even know yet. Like I'm just trying to remember the signal flow or whatever. But
yeah,
um, so like, there's always, I think, for me, yeah, for sure, that man, like, yeah, I'll do it, but man, am I the guy for the job? Like, maybe because I just always think there's someone out there in the cut somewhere who just always wants something worse than you do, I guess. And that might what make drives people to work the way they do or whatever. But I don't know. Just it always feels like no matter what you do, baseball player, fucking hockey player, there's always someone in the shadows working
yeah,
harder than you. You know what I mean? That wants your gig, kind of.
yeah,
I'd say it like that. And so I guess it's natural to feel like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm honored to do it. But man, am I the guy? I hope I'm the guy. I think
yeah,
so. Let's go.
yeah,
Let's find out.
yeah. I've always thought it's better to not be a fan, although I've taken gigs
Oh, right. Of
of bands that
course.
I was fans of because I was a fan.
Right. Right. No, yeah, I get it. And I think it is too probably better not to be a fan as well. But I guess I meant like just like gear wise, where if you come
Yeah,
in and maybe you don't know some things that like even a average fan would know. Oh yeah, no, he never plays that red guitar. He always plays the black one. And you're
oh
like
yeah, yeah.
on day one, you're like asking people, hey, which one's the main one? Is it the black one or the red one? I, I looked online and it was the red one. No, that was the photo shoot. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. When I
Um,
worked for DFA 79, uh um like that guy, Jesse, his fans, they knew his gear inside. He uses the old vintage PVs and the Dan Armstrong basses, and And so I had that same thing, like, how's this pedal board wired? I'm like, I can't even begin to explain to you what he's doing here, you know?
Dude, yeah. I mean, yes. I still get questions from many bands, but like even still 311 questions. Like, hey bro, sorry to bother you, but I figured you would know this. Hey, so lately you, Pete has been playing this bass, and I'm just wondering, do you think that's the same build from, and it's they know, man. They definitely know. So which is an honor too. You know, you got playing something on stage when your fans freaking latch onto it and learn about it. It's
Yeah.
pretty neat, man.
What's your
But
favorite part of touring?
uh I'm like biting my tongue trying to say not say get paid. But obviously that's
I
why we
mean,
do it. But
that's
that's not my
art.
fair part.
Yeah.
But that's like right when you why you decide to leave. I always say, I say, man, I love guitar tech. I'll guitar tech for you for free. You just gotta pay for me to leave my family, and that shit's expensive. Um, but like touring, man, it's like that. It's weird because when I'm in those 3 minutes, it's not my favorite part of the day. But like the 3 minutes, man, from like, guitar handoff to walk to notes to like that breath of like, okay, cool. Cause weird shit be happening out there. And sometimes from line check to whatever, weird shit can happen. But that breath of like, oh, or hey, that microphone didn't fall like it does sometimes, or
Yeah.
hey, you know, we remember to tape that line over there that we forgot last night. Whatever the fuck it is, like that makes you breathe out that day and go,
Yeah.
ah, cool. Yeah, we made it. Hey, the travel was crazy. We made it on time, or even though this was broken or whatever happened. Um,
Exactly, man.
and into the 1 minute of show of like sick. Okay, now let's get ready for the next song or whatever. But you have
Yeah.
like that little buffer of like
That's why I always
flight
say my
break.
blood pressure goes up right then. When he starts that first song, I start to relax.
Right. Yeah, a little buffer of just and then and honestly too, even though the crowd always is like positive response, but you get their feedback and response too, and they're like, it's just excitement, dude, around. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's like probably a cherry picking advice, but like that's easily like, you know, whenever struggles happen at load in and whatever fingers are about to get slammed at load out,
Yeah.
those are the 3 minutes where it's like, okay, sick. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
my
man,
finger doesn't
that's
hurt
that's
that much.
great. I mean, yeah. What's the worst show you've ever had?
Dude, why don't I know what is the worst show I ever had? I guess that's good news if I don't have like one worst. Like I always think about the worst one lately. Um, but all my worst ones I think have stemmed from just like random. I mean, obviously the most random shit could happen during a show, but like yeah, I don't know. I remember one time having a tube go down that really just caught me off guard, pissed me off. Um, and chasing that down for a second. But other than that, I mean, I don't know the worst show because I probably blocked it out and it was
Yeah.
probably pretty bad, but like uh sometimes it gets a little crazy, right? Too, like when you have like a bunch of people around where you're working, and I know it seems like we're just sometimes, we're just hanging out over there with guitars, ready to go. Oh, they're wireless. Don't worry about that guy. He can just,
Yeah.
but in reality, there's tons of stuff people can step on to.
Yeah.
Um, and, you know, through the course of a day, especially at a festival, people get, I'm not saying people get sloppy, but like, cords get thrown down, cables get thrown down on top of yours. Shit just happens, shit moves.
Yeah.
And I guess that's, I don't know, not my worst shows, but like those are ones that are just kind of like, all right, here we go. It's wherever we're at. We're at Hellfest, we're at Lollapalooza, we're at, um, not even necessarily those, but just something, maybe even the ones you don't know by name. You just show up and you're
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's no security anywhere. Everyone has one laminate, you know,
Yeah.
and it's the same as the breakfast pass, and they were just leaving them on the table. Uh, yeah, and just that's probably like my worst nightmare where I wake up and there's like a million people on stage and everyone's asking me, "Hey, who are you?" And I'm like, "Huh? Well, I'm a guitar tech for this band. Who are you?" "Oh, I'm his best friend." I'm like, "Oh shit." "Well, who are you?" "Well, I'm his best friend's friend." "Oh shit!" And just everyone's more important than me, and I just got the guitars. I got to get him to the main dude.
Yeah.
And reoccurring nightmare, Groundhog Day.
Yeah. I have that. I have that. We all have those gig nightmares where
Sure,
you're trying to hand the guitar and it keeps getting further and further and further away.
dude.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
I had one recently. I had a bad dream with my Peterson clip-on 432 damn story, and I can't even believe it's a real dream. But like I was like, I got a call, it was like car phone style, car phone, whatever, cell phone, in the car. Hey, dude. Oh, you're in town. Good. Okay. Hey, you're never gonna believe this, but fucking Metallica's here. And yeah, I know I work at this like kids charity place, but they're coming here with the kids, and I need someone to just tune their guitars. You got a tuner? And I'm like, I got one buried in my bag right now. I'll be right there, dog. So I go there, and and it's like, all right, sick. Hey, Hetfield's ready, dude. Like 5 minutes, is that cool? And I'm like, of course it's cool. I got a tuner in my bag, and dude. So I pull it out. And I'm like, hey, you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to leave it in 432, which is where Corn tunes. I'm going to go to 440 and make sure. And I pull that stupid tuner out. Don't let Peterson hear this because it didn't really happen, but it's like, bad dreams. I'm going, I'm like 432, can't go back to 440, 344. And somehow, I don't know, I like jumped to number like 117 or something way off the spectrum. And I'm like, wait, huh? And I don't even know how to go back to use a preset. And then someone comes in the door and they're like, hey, headphones here, he's ready for the guitar. He's like, where's it at, dude? And I think I wake up and I'm covered in sweat and I'm like in like somewhere in London with no fan about a
Yeah.
week and a half ago, just like, oh, this is terrible. But that's funny, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
creeps in your dreams. Sometimes that anxiety from show can it can get to you, man. It's a lot of pressure, huh? For
I was just
you know,
telling someone about bad dreams that like I'll freak out. I'm freaking out in my dream, but I always know it's my dream if I pull my phone out and I can't use it. In your dream, you
oh,
can't dial anything. You can't text.
you got no
So
fucking service.
no, not you. You know, it's not service. Is you
I'm just
just
saying
can't.
in your dream, it's like, it's just like a joke. Like, but
Yeah, no,
you're
you
just
like it's
it's
not
so funny.
responding to you. And
Wow.
I know that. I wake up and I'm like, and I still wake up mad.
Dude,
Uh,
that's so funny. That's genius. I need to try to wake myself up in a dream, like, no, get your phone out, dude.
It's like the
Text.
last episode of Atlanta. Did you watch that show, Atlanta?
No, no.
It's a great show, but the last episode gives it all away, and it's you know I
Awesome.
don't want to ruin it for anyone,
No,
but
oh yeah, right. True, for sure. No, I haven't
but
seen it.
well, man, I appreciate you taking the time, man, to do
Of
this.
course.
This whole back and forth. I never get to just talk to anybody about just what
What
we
we do?
like and what we don't like. Uh, uh, So thank you. And dude,
Yeah, dude.
it was so cool getting to spend the day with you on that gig that we did.
Yeah, man. 100%. It was awesome.
Right on. What do you got coming up next? Got anything coming up next?
Lollapalooza. Um, two shows. Corn on the first, Sabrina on the third. And then after that, I think a little gap, and then we have System Corn shows at the end of August, which I'm super pumped about, and doing some rehearsals with System and doing some probably some pre stuff with Corn, and then it's gonna be great, man. I can't wait for those shows, and yeah, that's it.
So
Corn's
being
got some
busy
stuff.
is good.
Yeah, being busy is good, 100%,
Yeah.
and you know, just the right amount of busy too, not like punished, but a good little fall, and then home chilling.
Same here, man. Same. Not too much work, but enough.
Yeah, it goes by fast. I know I'll blink next time I talk to you. I'll be like, bro, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, bro. And like it goes by super fast, And uh, but yeah, yeah, man. And but what do you got going on?
Gary Clark Jr.
Oh, sick. No way.
Yeah, starts August 3rd, 12th, 13th, somewhere here in Forest Hills.
Uh-huh.
So that's one that they reached out to me and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Then I start thinking like, oh man, I can't. But
No, you'll be
I talked
fine.
to the other tech and he broke it down to me and I'm pretty stoked about it now.
Yeah, it usually just takes a little bit going through, and
Yeah.
obviously, like you said, everyone's stuff's different. You never know
Yeah.
which is the ground and the sky, but no, that's great, man. Yeah, and honestly,
They
like,
use cables, which they're hardwired, and I love that.
wow,
Real amps and hardwired.
that's like a treat, right? That's man, that's great. It always sounds so good too to use cable. It's just logistically kind of hard unless you have your amps on stage. But man, if you're cool to have your amplifier, yeah, fuck yeah, plug that shit in and rock,
Yeah.
man. Um, that's great. Good for you. What a great run. That's cool.
So that's what I
Um,
got going on.
yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, good luck, and I mean, hopefully I'll talk to you before then. But yeah, no, have fun
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that. That's
man. We'll
great.
definitely keep in touch. The podcast, it's called Is Breakfast Included? If we were having breakfast, what would you have, man?
Where are we? If we're in Europe or London or whatever, I'd
Let's say
get the
we're there.
old
We're there
just
where
go
you
over there.
live.
Oh, where I live. Oh, well, we had a scramble today with, man, I think threw everything in there. Kitchen sink, zucchini, mushroom, bell peppers, uh, just some bacon in there, some chicken apple sausage, and some egg, dude. We did it big, and then that was like a scramble. No, no, I won't call it an omelet 'cause I broke every part about it, but that was breakfast. Similar to I guess what you'd have in Europe. Maybe more mushrooms or tomatoes.
Coffee or juice, anything?
Coffee,
Right on, brother.
coffee for me, juice
Yeah.
for the kids,
Well, Eric, man, I appreciate you taking the time to
dude.
do this, man. And
No problem.
I hope we do cross paths again.
Yeah, man. Well, hit me anytime, and yeah, just see you sooner than later.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
Peace out, brother.
Right on. Eric Hillman. You can find out about Eric at his Instagram page at Roadies and Rockstars on Instagram. Great guy, right? I got to work with him for a day, and we've known each other for a couple of years. But it was really cool discussing our careers and the ins and outs. And like I said, they're kind of parallel. And I knew that, but I just wanted to have him on record and talk about it. Make sure you check him out on Instagram. And while you're online, check out isbreakfast.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, both of our pages. Check us out on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment, rate and review the show at Apple Podcast. And while you're there, pick up one of our new design shirts, the purple breakfast shirt, paying homage to the metal gods, or get a new shirt for one of your toddler friends. We have toddler shirts, onesies, new colors. Go check them out. All right, guys, I'm done. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time.